This is Packet Tracer 6.2.3, configuring a multi-router EIGRP network. The objectives are to determine the number of subnets needed, determine the number of hosts needed for each subnet, design an appropriate addressing scheme using variable length subnet mask, assign addresses and subnet mask pairs to device interfaces, and configure EIGRP on the network. First step is to examine the network requirements. We are given the address 172.16.0.0 with a /16. We need to configure LAN 1 to have 8,000 host IP addresses on router 1, 2,000 host IP addresses on router 2, and 500 on router 3. And LAN 2 will require 4,000 host IP addresses on router 1, 1,000 host IP addresses on router 2, and 200 addresses on router 3. The serial links from router 1 to router 2 and 3 have already been pre-configured, as well as the serial link from router 2 to router 3. In the second step, we are to design an addressing scheme that will give us enough IP addresses for each of the requirements. This has already been done so that we can go right into configuring our devices. On router 1, we're going to assign the first valid host address. Enable conft int fa0/0 IP address 172.16.0.1 255.255.224.0. No shut. Exit int fa0/1 IP address 172.16.32.1 255.255.240.0. No shut. End. Copy, run, start. Now we're going to go to router 2. Enable conft int fa0/0 IP address 172.16.48.1 255.255.248.0. No shut. Exit int fa0/1 IP address 172.16.56.1 255.255.252.0. No shut. End. Copy, run, start. Router 3. Enable conft int fa0/0 IP address 172.16.60.1 255.255.255.254. Oh, I put in the subnet mask wrong. Should be 255.255.254.0. No shut. Exit int fa0/1 IP address 172.16.62.1 255.255.255.0. No shut. End. Copy, run, start. In step 4, we are to configure routing protocol, which is going to be EIGRP, and we're going to start with router 1. Conft router EIGRP. We're going to use the autonomous number 1. And now for our networks. Network 172.16.0.0 255.255.224.0. Network 172.16.32.0 255.255.240.0. Network 209.165.202.0 255.255.255.252. Network 209.165.202.4, 255.255.255.252. End. Copy run start. Router 2, conf t, router EIGRP number 1, network 172.16.48.0, 255.255.248.0, network 172.16.56.0, 255.255.252.0, network 209.165.202.0, 255.255.255.252. And we already have an emergency. Network 209.165.202.8, 255.255.255.252. End. Copy run start. Router 3, conf t, router EIGRP 1, network 172.16.60.0, 255.255.254.0, network 172.16.62.0, 255.255.255.0, network 209.165.202.4, 255.255.255.252, network 209.165.202.8, 255.255.255.252. End. Copy run start. Now we're going to go to each router and do a show IP route just to do a quick comparison. Now router 2, and let's compare that with router 3. As you can see, each one connected differently to each network. Now let's check our results. We have 100%. This was Packet Tracer 6.2.3, configuring a multi-router EIGRP network.